I decided I'll try harder in the morning. I'll try harder throughout the day. For real, for real. I'll legit try harder. But for right now, I ain't gotta get no gas right now, so I guess that's okay. Yeah. Ooh-wee. And my stomach hurting, bruh. Bro, my stomach is hurting. My stomach is hurting. I legit went to whatchamacallit, go try again. It had a higher per offer. I was like, oh hell yeah, bro, I'll take that shit. And then I even just thought about this shit just now. Still with the amount of time put in, still ain't gonna be worth it. Even on a motherfucking good day, you'll still make more. So I gotta be careful how I just did that too, bro. You know how you can do something lazily, and then just because you did it lazily, now you like, oh shit, I done fucked up. I done fucked up. Yeah, my stomach hurt, bro. We're gonna have to settle this in the morning. Well, I mean, it's 3:30 in the morning. We're gonna have to settle this. I'm gonna have to get some, I'm gonna get some ginger ale. Let me get some ginger ale. I gotta get some more pina colada too. I probably won't get no more pina colada. I gotta figure this shit out. It's Thursday. The fucking days are flying though. The days are fucking flying, and it's because like throughout the day, it's nothing. Not that I'm not doing anything, but I'm just being creative and just being at the parks and just letting Bailey, you know what I'm saying, do her shit. Figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do creatively, and then that's the day, you know what I'm saying. Then now it's like you gotta find a different bag of energy so that you can keep going. Just so this the part, the creativity ain't making the money. The creativity is spending the money. That's the fucked up part. And this is the fucking reason why now you're struggling. Oh, I have to make today a good day. I have to make today a good day. So it wasn't. It was very average. It was a very average day. I did a little bit of both. At least I did both. A little creativity and a little work. Balance. Where the hot box is at? Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Palupulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. This is Tangential Thoughts Chat Show, Pensieri Tangentiali, a podcast sweet cigari, cigar talk podcast. Sono to capo, Gihareh. I'm your chief, Gihareh. Bitch, can you give yourself some fucking motivation to get the fuck up and start asking for handouts? That's what the fuck you can do. Ain't nobody coming to save you in this goddamn life. And if I had a chance to save you, I'm not sure I would save you. Because your ass is fucking lazy. Why'd I save you? Even if I could, I'll let your ass drown. If you were jumping off a bridge, I would not convince you otherwise. It's a cruel word, but bundle up, bitch. But get your motherfucking blanket. Because you got to be a grown-ass man. You got to make some grown decisions. And every day you wake up with a chance and a choice. Now, what you do with that chance is your choice. Fuck up, bitch. I want some peanut butter. Dumbass people like that. There's people who don't take the time to think before they speak, before they say, before they do. Those type of people, stay the fuck away from. There's certain area codes you avoid. Those area codes are stupid ass dumb people. Stay away from that area code. That whole area. Avoid it. Of course, there's other area codes to avoid. I think you understand. Retard. Slow ass people. Just lazy, ignorant. You stay away. You gotta have more conversation with business owners. People who own businesses, people who have businesses. See how they talk, see how they move, see what they do. I talk to business owners quite often. Just gleaming information when I can. I talk to hustlers, the shakers and movers. People who hungry. Literally and figuratively. Because when you hungry literally, you think differently. It's not that you may not be thinking clearly, but you're more action oriented. Because you're hungry. The distance between where you are and where you want to be is discipline. The distance between where you are and where you want to be is discipline. This is where I am, but this is where I want to be. Discipline. And it's hard to be disciplined when you don't want to follow direction. Or you don't know how to follow direction. It's the difference between a boss and a leader, right? But they got all these words for the same thing: a boss, a leader, an emperor, a monarch, a king, a patriarch, a pharaoh, a czar, a Caesar. They don't have these things anymore. That might be like there's something wrong with America. It has a president, it doesn't have a king. But what if you could make no wrong choice? What if every choice you made was the right choice? How would you approach life differently? How would you think at and look at people differently? If you took away right and wrong, what would you do? How would you live? If there were no rights and wrongs? It just is what it is until it ain't what it ain't. Because it's really different to see that what Dr. Seuss say, oh, the places you'll go. I can't believe I just lost a thought. How do you get that thought back? You know the frustrating thing I thought about the other day? It's the time in between. Knowing that you'll be better, you'll be healthier, you'll be wealthier, you'll be whatever later. And you know that, potentially, for the most part. Like, my stomach hurt now. I'll be better later. It's the time in between, now until I'm better. But following, theirs it is, the body and the mind, and who's in control. Because if the body has an ache, or if the stomach is hungry, or whatever the body needs, the mind has to tell it what to do. So who's really in control? Is it the body and then the mind, or the mind superseding the body and not catering to the body's needs? What's a better place to be in? Because what's big now is mental health. What's big now is mental health. But they'll say, listen to your body. And you're supposed to be able to go with the flow of like, all right, if you got the energy, use it. Because there's going to be times where you don't have the energy. I don't know which place I'm in right now. I have the energy for some things, and I don't have the energy for other things. I do and don't have energy. I do and don't have energy. Oh, there's more. There's more. What else do they say? You know, one piece of advice I read was, don't wait until you feel like doing something. Do it, and then the feeling will catch up. That didn't happen just now. When I first read that, I was like, you know what? You know, because sometimes it is that. Sometimes you be like, all right, I don't feel like this right now. Going to the gym. Great example. You might not feel like going to the gym. You might not feel like going to the gym. And then you muster up all the energy like, fuck it. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do it. I'm going to the gym. And when you get in the gym, you start working out, and then you leave like 1, 2, 3, you leave a long time later. For the most part. You're gonna be on a treadmill for a little bit, lift a couple weights, a little cardio warm down. I'm like, yeah, you gotta finish my workout. Because once you got in the move and the groove, once you started grooving, you was like, I'm gonna finish this work. I'm gonna make this shit good. Make it worth something. Make it count. That shit did not just happen. I don't know why the fuck I put my tamper right there. I don't remember putting it right there. What scares me is that I don't remember putting it right there. And that's because I know that that's a point of frustration for me. And I know, like, if I'm putting it somewhere, it should be in my bag. It should be right here. But not right there. It's the small things. The small things matter. Attention to detail. that did not just happen. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get off of this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try. I was driving. I was looking at my gas. I said, fuck this. The bar that bro said yesterday, he said, God is in control. My body is on autopilot. When you get to that space, shit gets scary. Shit gets scary. Because you don't know what the fuck's about to happen next. If they ever interview me, I'm like, they're like, why'd you do this? I was bored. I was bored. You know what they say? An idle mind is the devil's playground. That might be a quote in my book. I haven't touched my book in a long time. That's kind of fucked up, right? Let's see where this shit at. Let's read my book. I ain't touched this shit in a long time. Money can buy a bed, but it can't buy you sleep. That's the first fucking quote. Money can buy a bed, but it can't buy you sleep. Do everything to the best of your ability so that no man dead, living, or yet to be born can do it better than you. Fuck that. You know the people that I put in this shit? I'm gonna have to take their pages out. Job is an acronym. Just over broke. The devil you know is better than the one you don't. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same shirt every day to work. Even on the slave ship, they had them jokey niggas. You're not ready to be great. If the only tool you have a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. Anything easily attained is loosely held. I'm trying to find some motivation in my book. Republican in thought, Democrat in pocket. Throw me to the wolves and I'll return leading the pack. It's not your fault you have insecurities. It's your fault you still have them. People who quit after the first failure never want to succeed in the first place. You cannot stop a person who decides to win. Our lives are shaped by those who love us and those who refuse to love us. If you want to make God laugh, tell him what you have planned. You gotta learn how to keep up with the Joneses and not play with the Jetsons if you want to get the money that you're worth. It's better that they start to like you than they start to hate you. Here's a Q-tip. Quit taking it personal. It's so easy to throw rocks at people now. Look at the glass house we live in. Money will make you a slave and love will make you a fool. You're watering a dead plant. You can plan a picnic, but you can't plan for the rain. You got more degrees than a thermometer. Everything in this world is always trying to mimic the human body. All is always well. Isn't that the funny thing? All is always well. I definitely gotta update this one. Jack of all trades, master of none. It's a figure of speech, but that's not the full quote. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but is oftentimes better than a master of one. Why should I quit taking an exam if I have all the answers to the test? The chains of habits are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. We don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. It's so easy to be great because most people are weak. People have a highway to stress and a dirt road to happiness. It's like you never won. People who don't understand your silence will never understand your words. Working hard for something we don't care about is stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. The goal is not to change who you are, but become more of who you are at your best. The goal is not to change who you are, but become more of who you are at your best. Change who you are. Who are you at your best? Become more of that. Who are you at your best? Become more of that. That's the one that stuck out to me tonight. Oh my God. Oh! Oh shit. Oh. Don't get old. Oh. You can do some simple shit. Oh. That shit don't even make sense. That shit don't even make sense why it hurt. Oh man. Damn. shit hurt. All I did was reach out like that. That shit hurt. All right. The goal is not to change who you are, but become more of who you are at your best. You know the weird part about that? Uh, or just thinking about whatever, is the fact that you can lie to yourself. You can lie to yourself. I'm trying to think about when I'm on my best self, but I'm trying to see. Best. When am I my best self? Well, you're not your best self when you're hungry. Snickers, that was an excellent slogan. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Definitely not your best self. I don't know why they be saying you should fast. Then you be hungry. And then you're not operating at your best self. You be annoyed as hell. Be mad for no reason. But you're not mad for no reason, you just be hungry. All right, let's try to, here's a mental exercise. Okay, the question is, who are you at your best? That is that an easy question or a hard question? Who are you at your best? That is the question. Who are you at your best? What are you doing? Saying, what do you look like? What's your creative process? Who are you at your best self? You see, I think about the hard part about that question is the fact that it's kind of hard in a sense. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this in the sense, okay. If you're not your best self, then how do you know who is your best self? So that you can become your best. If you're not always performing at your best, the question is why? Is that internal or external? Who are you at your best self? I'm trying to answer this question for myself. Who am I at my best? What could I do more of? Should I do more of? So that I'm always at my best. You got to give yourself a little bit of, what's the word? I'm not sure what the word is. Your best self does get tired sometimes. If I don't think that I'm at my best self, the question is, why do you think that? What could you be doing? If you are not your best self, I think I'm just gonna be honest and say, I don't know what my best self looks like. I don't know who my best self is. I don't know when I'm at my best. I'm just gonna say I don't know. Because if I knew, there's the other part though. If you knew what it would take to be your best, would you then take those actions? Okay, so let's say you don't know. You don't know when you're at your best. You don't know what your best self like. You don't know who you are at your best. You don't know who you are at your best. You don't know that. You can't answer the question. So then we had this thing in teaching, you work backwards. Well, you want them to be able to answer the question. That's how you know you reached the goal. How do you work backwards from that? How do you say, okay, let's work up to best. Let's work up to best. Because you would assume your best self is happy, right? Because some people talk about sacrifices and things like that. Is your best self happy though? Because speaking about discipline and speaking about, this is philosophy. I'm not sure what the fuck. Oh, let's see. Let's try psychology. Anyway. You don't know what your best self is. You don't know what your best self looks like. Sacrificing. Some people sacrifice to reach certain goals, achievements, marks, whatever. Sacrifice doesn't seem like a happy word. Sacrifice seems like a negative word. Like you wouldn't be happy to just sacrifice certain things. Is your best self successful? That's a caveat. Is your best self successful? Is your best self necessarily happy? Because in talking about discipline, that can be a little bit robotic. That can be a little bit emotionless. But it's like, oh, I had to grind. I had to do this. I had to do this. I got it. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. I gotta do all this shit to be my best. I gotta do all this shit to be my fucking best. Why is that not motivating? Why is that not motivating? Why is it not motivating to be your best? To give it your best shot, your best try. Why is that not motivating? Why don't you care to do that? The simple answer is because of the effort that's going to be required to put in. Which then you do know leads to just not being your best. The effort that you don't want to put in leads you to the question, though, is why is that shit not motivating? Why don't you want to put that effort in? Why can't you put the effort in sometimes and not all the time? Some people say just 1%. Just 1%. Try to be 1% better than you were the day before. I think I went backwards. I think I went backwards. I had an excellent day yesterday. And I had a very average. You know the difference? Yesterday, I puffed 2 ounces. Maybe I should have puffed all of this throughout the day. And maybe I would have had enough motivation to just... sometimes they say that it is something true. You got to do all the stuff that you want to do before you do the stuff that you don't necessarily want to do. Because then you have the energy to do that stuff because you did everything that you want to do. Like, I did everything I want to do. But I don't think there was anything left that I really wanted to do for today. I don't think that was weird. Usually some of the days, I was like, I'm about to fuck the day up in a good way. And whatever I did that day gave me the motivation for the next day. Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. But now, what's my motivation for the day and the next day? If I'm not fucking up the day in a good way. And I ain't even been, that was a little hectic. Even the year, even the fucking year. This year I got a tarantula and 9 plants. I only have 2 now, and it's about to be 1. We're gonna see what the burl marks look like later today. But I don't like to see that brown. I'm gonna have to give it away. We had 9 plants, and now we have 2. Just thankful my tarantula's still alive. And I wanted to start saving next month, but Repticon's coming. Repticon is coming. Repticon is coming. I wanted a snake. Where did I see a snake at? Laura? Is her name Laura? Laura Leon? Her fine ass. All them pictures of snakes she got. But I feel like I saw a snake somewhere else. I feel like I saw a snake somewhere else. I was like, damn, I want a snake. I want my snake back, bro. I think I'm an excellent dog dad. But when it comes to other things, like I want the tarantula. I haven't even touched the tarantula in so long, bro. I wake up every day and I shake the whatchamacallit just to see if he's still alive. As soon as he moves one leg, I'm like, oh, all right, he's good. He's still alive. This shit is big as hell, man. I think this shit got bigger. Oh, fuck. I think this shit got bigger. I don't know how big these shits get. I also don't know. Do I need to be cleaning this out? I wanted it. Well, I wanted a snake, but I was like, let me get a tarantula. Let me try something different. See, this nigga was chilling. I ain't fucking with nigga, bro. I'm about to hold up. I gotta get my gloves on. I ain't fucking with this nigga. Let me get my gloves on for this. I learned my lesson. He did bite me at one time. I don't even know why I put the glove on. Cause the nigga crawled up my arm. It's over. Oh shit. Here this nigga come. I hope we good, bro. That's all I needed. But that's why shit different too, cause I was sitting there, bro. I was sitting there driving the shit. I was like, I'm getting sleepy and shit. Now I'm just up. We gonna have to thug it out today, boy. If it's hot today, oh well. We gonna have to thug this shit out today. Mm. I ain't put my gloves on in a minute. This mask ain't like. When my phone might have died too. Fucking rookie mistake. But my leather jacket, my NASCAR jacket, and the cow jacket. But I haven't worn my NASCAR jacket or my leather jacket this year.